Right. I'm back with some chess. I've tried this once already and completely misclicked and made a big mistake. So I'm trying it again. I'll go dive back in. An offline recording. Okay, somehow at the moment it's taking me a while to find games here. I think actually the longer games aren't that popular. I've got my Alexei Czech YouTube account where we didn't play a huge amount. I do prefer chess.com in general. Right, we have e4, e5. I will go with my knight. There's a new opening as usual that I'm trying out. Let's see if we get it. Start with the two knights coming out. And this move, which I think is called the Gleck. I don't know why. I think it's after somebody who plays it. I don't know a huge amount about it, to be honest. It's a fairly solid way to play, which is slightly unusual. But here we take and get my bishop out. I think most often they take, and then I take back here, which is a bit strange because we get double pawns. And now I'm out of book. I don't know what I'm doing basically, but I think we start with castling. I can slow down a bit, we've got plenty of time. Right, this move is always slightly unpleasant. You can't bring the knight in now. So far this is probably a very even position. It's not exactly an opening I fight for the advantage. 1970s, do you think that's his date of birth? So that is a potential move. That is a potential move. Moving my queen out the way. This is always in the air to put pressure over here. Let's start by asking the question to the bishop. Do you want to take my knight? Do you want to retreat? Do you want to go backwards? What do you want to do, sir? I do like playing chess. I prefer when I win. So he's going there. This is always a threat. It is actually a threat right now. Should have noticed that before. We've got rook here. That stops the threat. We've got queen here or here. That stops the threat. We've got pawn here. That stops the threat. We've got pawn here. Don't really have any of my own threats at the moment. This is a normal move. Let's just play this. And he's just got his king to safety. He's got a fairly pleasant position. I've got a okay position. Let's soften him up a little bit. Putting pressure here, but also I've got this nice bishop that does look in that direction. He's playing instantly. Every single move. Puts you under a bit of pressure. They're good like that, aren't they? What now? At some point I want to get my king tucked away to safety. I would like to get out of this pin at some point. Where does this bishop belong? Does this rook always belong here? There is some times when I like to get this pawn up. I don't know if that's ever happening in this game. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure the best way to play. Bishop here, inducing this. I'm not even sure if that's bad. You might want to do that. You don't really want to help them. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost for a plan, which is what happens at my level. You're not entirely sure how to progress. This to here at some point would be nice. But the queen is kind of in the way. He's always got this coming. Yeah, I don't feel quite comfortable at the moment. He's played very well so far. I think I'm going to move my rook here. I don't want to waste too much time. I need to solve where my queen and my bishop belong, and I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I think I don't like it when I let them get here. Right, so he's now potentially threatening to push again, and I can still take it for now, so that's okay. Is d4 ever a move? That lets him push. If I develop my bishop here, that lets him push, which I probably don't want to do. Could just move my queen up to get it out of the pin. And then kind of get my queen in here, offer trade. Maybe I like that. I feel like I'm a bit under pressure at the moment. Let's try that. I'm taking way too much time. He's playing really well so far. I mean, to be honest, this is probably about my rating. I'm playing a good player. He's come here. So now if I bring the queen, he can just block me off. Doesn't really help. Do you have this move? Go after this bishop. Also allows me to spring f4 at some point. Kind of like that. Also opens up this bishop. Yeah, I'm going for that. Also puts more protection on this square with the bishop. This, and this. Stopping this move. Now if he moves this, taking a bishop doubles his pawns, which is not exactly pleasant for him. Ooh, I might have a tactic. If I take this pawn and he takes, I can then take his knight and I'll be on both rooks. He might have spotted that tactic and moved out the way. So his knight's come to somewhere where he's got nowhere to go. Can't come here, can't come here. He can go back. Could always just move the pawn forward and attack him. If he goes back, we might have that tactic again. Doesn't quite work though, does it? Because I'm actually sacrificing a rook. Now I do get the knight. I might win a pawn out of it. He can just defend his knight. But that gives holes in his position on the light squares for my bishop. If I ever want to move this, I need to remember that rook is a little bit loose. We need a home for this bishop. If I move this forward and he goes back, he is threatening then to come here. Does this work? Here, 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 here. Can't do the arrows. Here. I'm on both rooks. He moves his rook back. I take his other rook. He comes here. After all of that, he's lost his knight. I've lost my bishop. He's lost rook. I've lost my rook. And I've got an extra pawn. But I give up my brilliant bishop. I'm not even sure if that's worth it or not. If I go here and he comes back and I don't do that, he's then got this square, which I don't like. I don't need to do anything. Do I have any other ideas? Always take this bishop. Struggling to come up with a good plan. Rook here. Just defends it. Is that good for me? It might be good for me to make him have to do this. Doesn't really do anything now. I'm getting so low on time. I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm not 100% sure if this is right. I don't like that he's still on his starting time. Like something's a little bit off. Although he's got 12,000 games. It's funny that somebody playing on this time control is just playing instantly every move. I've used way too much time. I don't think I've used it wisely at the moment. So he can either defend or go back as far as I can tell. Does have smooth? Okay, so I've made him go forward, which does give me control of these light squares. Now his knight cannot go back. So now if I could attack him with the bishop, he's in a bit of an awkward situation. So maybe just bishop here, then bishop here is one idea. Bishop here also puts pressure on this pawn, and this rook is no longer doing anything here. I think let's just go for this. Just noticed something. At some point he could have this because of the queen on here. It doesn't work at the moment. I need to remember that. My position is a little bit loose as well. Okay, so he's now threatening to come here. This move here does stop that, because then the queen is defended. Let's do that. That's what I wanted to do anyway. He can bring his knight back this way. Oh, what is this? Why can I not just take his queen? Has he just blundered? Don't understand. Did he think I was pinned? He might have thought this pawn is pinned and I can't take here. He just resigned. Man! I can't even upload a video like this, can I? He just blundered. Well, let's analyze it anyway. I might upload it. It's ended rather unsatisfactorily. So let me try analysis on Lichess. I don't normally do this. We can request a computer analysis. And then we'll go through the game. I mean, this is, I need to get used to the format. It was a very good game. So I'll wait for it to finish. We'll see, we'll get a little graph about how we did and how many inaccuracies we did. Is it already finished? There's no way. What? It's saying I did 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. Even though the graph here is a bit negative. What? I played a perfect game. I'm a god gamer in chess, Sims. Is this true? Seems to be. Okay, let's go through it slowly. So I played a good game, apparently. Playing a perfect game. It's a shame that he just ruined it with a one move complete blunder. I think he just made a mistake, I think. So this is my opening, which is the 2 knights, but then with this g3. And as far as I know, he played like optimal moves. What I like in Lichess with the opening is you've got this opening explorer, which lets you see the most common moves and how they score. And it's interesting, actually, this opening is scoring better for black. It doesn't bode very well for me. However, I like it. I think it's a nice little safe opening. And it takes people out of theory. That's why I like it, basically. I'm trying to avoid too much theory because I get crushed. But he seemed to play perfectly. So it says knight to d5. He did knight to v5. Bishop to g2 is the next top move. That is what I played. He took the knight. And then the top move is to take with the pawn. And that's what I played. And this is kind of what I remembered so far. If we put the engine on, it's saying it's dead even. So it's not bad. It's not good. Usually knight's slightly better in an opening. So not the best of openings, but he played d6, bishop to d6. I castled. He brought the bishop out. Still plumb even. 0-0. Engines always say that. Now it wants me to play h3. Did I play h3? I did play h3. So far I'm doing exactly the top moves as suggested. Although it now wants me to play g4. I definitely didn't play g4. I don't like playing g4. What did I play? I played d3, which basically is okay. It is on the list of moves that people have played. It looks like g4 was the way to play. We'll think about it next time. There's actually some really strong people that have played this opening here. That is always good to see. That means strong people play this way. Very strong, people. He castled, and I bought the rook. Was that a good move? So this is still opening database. And the top moves, it's fairly balanced. If there's anything that isn't a top move, black does better. So it's a bit of a dangerous position for white. You can't make mistakes. But I decided to do this. Is that the top engine move? No. The engine wants to do g4. So I'm not playing the top moves, but I'm playing safe, reasonable moves. And he played a safe, reasonable move. I then played a move which it doesn't like. So this is the only move where it doesn't count as an inaccuracy or a mistake, interestingly. I wonder what actually counts as that. I mean, it is ever so slightly worse. So technically I would say that is a mistake, but I guess it needs to meet a threshold. What did it want me to play? It wanted this g4 again. I do play this g4 occasionally. I always feel it's a bit weakening of my king, so I avoid it unless I think it's actually helping. Interestingly, the move I played is the second most commonly played move. It's not a bad move. He brought his rook, which the computer doesn't like. I was thinking about this f5 move, which is what it's suggesting. I put my queen up, which apparently doesn't score particularly well. Although now there's only 25 games in the database, so this doesn't mean anything. This is like out of millions and millions of games. There's only 25 in the database. Black apparently scores better with it. It still wants me to do this move. But I didn't. I did this move. But it still thinks it's even, so it can't be that bad. And then computer wants f6. He didn't play that. What did he play? He just brought the bishop back, which is already ever so slightly more pleasant for me. These are mine. It is basically even. And I did do the top engine move, which was to attack the bishop. And he brought the knight here, which the engine doesn't like. And now it thinks I'm a bit more pleasant. I want to know if my tactic works. Let's just say it does a nothing move. No, that's terrible. What nothing? Let's move the king. Do I ever have this? I do have this, but it's not that good. If I get a pawn, he comes in here, I come here, he comes here. So even though I'm a pawn up, which is what I calculated, the problem is you get rid of your really nice bishop. And it's okay, but given the fact that you've won a pawn, wait, have I won a pawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've won a pawn. Not that good. I might have gone for it because winning a pawn is winning a pawn, isn't it? Okay, so I'm glad that my tactic does work at least. So he came here and I moved my pawn forward. What did it want me to do? It wanted me to do the bishop. Here's bishop, and then what does it want? It wants to do h4. Okay, I don't understand that move. Okay, I didn't go down that way. So what did I do? I attacked, which is still pleasant for me. It's not winning. He played the correct move, which was b6. If he'd gone back, then I've got this tactic again, which is similar as to previously. And even though I'm a pawn up, I'm not a pawn up in terms of position, but I am pleasantly ahead. Wow, these are like very minuscule edges here. But what actually happened? I moved my bishop, which wasn't the best move, but notice, even though I'm not making the best moves, I'm not spoiling things. It's staying about the same. He moved his bishop here, and I just moved this here, so it didn't like that as much. wants me to take again, which I thought I could do anytime. And then if I do this, so it's still okay, but it doesn't like it as much. He wants me to defend like this. I thought that was quite a good move. Sometimes you just don't understand the computer. So I went here, and God knows why he took my knight. I think he was thinking that he's pinned it, and he was taking this pawn, and then I can't take back. I think he must have just had a brain fart, to be honest. Anyway, the game ended there because he literally just gave his queen away. I can just take this. And then he resigned, which is fair enough. Which is a bit anticlimactic for the game, but this is how the game played out. But I'm going to upload this just because I basically played a perfect game. 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. I used way more time than he did, but then I didn't do a huge blunder with my queen, so there you go. Right, I'm going to stop this recording and I'm going to play another game, and then at some point I'll probably upload this, so see you on YouTube.